The Niners, they get the number 3 pick in the NFL draft. Jacob, gut reaction right off the bat as a Niners fan. How are you feeling? It pretty much solidifies the fact that the Niners will be taking a QB in this year's draft. Any guesses as to who and how are you feeling about it?
Man, first of all, just in general, I love it because it means that they are, and it might just be all the madman Kyle Shanahan. This guy is on a mission, but it might just be all his doing. But either way, the organization, they're on a mission, man, to like figure this out the best way they can. And I like the move overall. I actually love it because if you think about like Patrick Mahomes these last couple of years, and if you look at Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow and look at Baker Mayfield and the Browns, what have they been able to do because they have rookies, really good to great quarterbacks on rookie deals, build the team around them. Mm-hmm. And when you have, Baker Mayfield's not even a top 10 quarterback, and because he has such a great team built around him, they're able to succeed. And so when you have a Herbert or a Burrow or Mahomes, obviously, and you can build a team around them when these guys have, the potential to be top 10 quarterbacks for a long time, then it really sets you up for success. And eventually you're going to have to pay the guy, but you're already going to have everybody else in place before then. So I think that's what their plan is, to bring in a rookie, move on from Jimmy G after a year, and go from there, because we already have a solid foundation, and we're going to have to pay Bosa soon. Kittle's contract kicks in. So it's financially smart. And I honestly, look, everybody is.
Are you going to give us your thought as to who?
Yes.
Should we keep it for later, or you want to just tell us the surprise now?
So, all right. Okay. Who I actually really think they're going to take is different than my choice for later. So it's very difficult to go against what's being thrown out there right now is Mac Jones. That I believe, some of these high-end reporters are reporting that it's going to be Mac Jones. And I'm just like, look, I'm not going to pretend that I know a lot about college football. I don't watch college football that much. I want to start getting into it this upcoming year. But so I don't know, prior to a month ago, I didn't know the difference between Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, even Zach Wilson. But I've been doing a lot of studying the past month. And from when I started studying, everybody had Mac Jones as a back end first round quarterback, maybe even slipping to the second round. And now suddenly he's leapfrogging Lance and Fields and might be the number 3 overall. I just don't see how that it is a thing. And also, why give up so much just to jump to number 3 to get Mac Jones when, he likely wasn't going to slip. He probably wasn't. He might not have slipped to 12, but you could have moved up maybe a little bit lower and given up less. So I think it's going to end up being Mac Jones because that's who Shanahan wants, but that's not who I want.
From what I've heard, and again, I don't have the source right in front of me, but I was reading an article earlier today, and it seems like both Trey Lance and Mac Jones had workouts, their pro day workouts on the same day. And I believe it was Shanahan, the head coach, who went to Mac Jones's pro day along with like 2 other coaches. And then they sent some scouts over to Trey Lance's. And did I get those switched up, or did you?
No, I think. Well, I'm glad you brought this up because I learned something today that I did not know. So apparently, if I'm not mistaken, Justin Fields, when they went to go to Mac Jones pro day, that was his second pro day. And I think they only do 2 pro days. So that was the last time to see Mac Jones in person.
Oh, okay.
So then, and at the time, Justin Fields hadn't done his pro day yet. So now Kyle Shanahan and the crew are going to see Justin Fields at his second pro day. So that was their last chance to see Mac Jones, and they knew they had another chance to see Justin Fields. So maybe this is being blown out of proportion, and they're like, oh, they chose to go to Mac Jones over Justin Fields. But maybe that makes sense though. If it was your last chance to see Jones, then you might as well go see him, and knowing that Fields had another pro day coming up.
Yeah, well, hey, that makes sense. I didn't know that second part. So if that's the true
So
case,
that gives me
then
hope.
yeah, it gives you hope, right?